Hire Basis can be a seven-figure business once it creates 1,000 jobs. And that's exciting to me. And I just discovered this. I'm going to talk more about this later on. But first of all, just to recap, I had a week where I went to Jerusalem, Israel. I flew into Tel Aviv and then went to Jerusalem. I got to see the Dome of the Rock. I will tell you one thing. Pictures do it no justice. When you go there in person, it is shining so bright. It's gold colored. It's a surreal experience. And but with that said, I'm rejuvenated and reinvigorated. Not that I needed any of that, but to get focused as I have. Actually, it's not like I went on vacation and I stopped working. I was still getting stuff done. But Hire Basis related work, that kind of did take a hiatus a little bit. But I had a team working on getting, candidates who are going to be on the platform and also looking for companies. So there's been some drawbacks, and those drawbacks lead to discoveries. So you have to have some failures in order to have some success, and in order to become motivated to find some ways to succeed. And if this really matters to you, you're going to find solutions. And so that's what happened in the last couple days, and it's really an exciting prospect to me. So I'll talk about that. What are some of the struggles we've been having? Like I said, getting candidates, not a problem. By the time we become live, we're going to have a very good number of candidates on the platform right there, visually. You can see them on the site, on the table that we're going to have. And so getting companies interested, getting US companies interested, we contact these companies, even if they're kind of open to remote work, they tend to come back to us and say, yeah, but we will hire American remote workers, not international. And we can come back to them and say, really? You can save like 40%, 50% of your salary expense for a comparable worker in, for example, Southeast Europe. And they're like, yeah, but we're not comfortable because of the tax implications and the legal implications and all that stuff. So, once their mind is set, it's hard to change that. So that is discouraging, and it is a bit scary because we're going to be live soon, and it looks like it's going to be difficult to convince companies to use the platform to find candidates and actually hire them, because these candidates are mostly international. So, what have I found recently? Well, I thought, a friend of mine in the States, when I was telling him about this project, he was saying, why don't you set up a business and train people and be their employer and just source them to companies? I'm like, that's too much work. I don't want to be involved that way. Liabilities, too many moving parts. I don't want to deal with that. But then I thought to myself, why not? Why not? I mean, I can set up a business in different countries, and I can then, say that you can pay us to pay them. But then again, so I started doing my research, and I found a company called, so here's what it is. We're doing a logo design, and I went to a graphic designer who I helped get a green card, and the graphic designer showed me some other websites that are employment related, like remote work related. And one of them was Oyster HR. I thought, this is a cool logo, and let me see what this company does. And then I thought, oh, so they're like a remote job platform, I thought initially. So I thought they were a competitor of ours. And they do have sort of, I guess, some kind of a platform for that, but really what they are is they take the HR, they're the employer of record, And so I went online, I saw a video of the founder of Oyster HR, and he was talking about the fact that if a company wants to hire someone in overseas, they will have to set up an office there, and that's expensive, complicated, time-consuming. Or they could use something called a PEO, Professional Employment Organization, but that's not really going to cover all the requirements and bases that you would need. And you still have to, so they take over the HR responsibilities and I don't know, all these different facets of employing somebody, but they don't really you still need to incorporate. So what does that solve? An employer of record company is a company that creates entities in other countries, and they will act as the employer for your candidate. So what Oyster HR does is they have entities all over the world, and if you want to hire someone in another country, they got you covered, where that person will then become an employee of Oyster HR, an EOR, employer of record, but really they function more as your employee. They can work fixed hours, they can be just like your employee, and that's the secret sauce, that's the solution. And I realized HireBasis does not need to have any direct monetization on its site per se. We can just thrive being a total affiliate company, just referring companies to a company like Oyster HR, an EOR. So that's what we can do, and they have an affiliate program where they give 20%. So if we create 1,000, and their monthly fee for each job that they're administering through one of their companies for a US employer, their fee is anywhere from $400 to $700. So if we're averaging, whatever, even if we're going the low end of it, we create 1,000 jobs, the math shows that that's $1 million a year once you get to around 1,000 jobs. So all we need to do is connect 1,000 employers with 1,000 employees, and we're going to be a 7-figure business. That's not our target. America has a shortfall of 2-3 million jobs, more jobs than there are job candidates in the US. And also that's just the general direction things are going in. Companies that don't even need to are going to want to consider cutting costs, because it's an advantage now, but it's going to become a necessity in the future to consider remote workers everywhere. It's an advantage, but it's going to be tomorrow's necessity. So that's what I'm excited about, and I think we solved the issue, and I plan to integrate that into our site so we can be an affiliate and make money as an affiliate. So that's basically currently my thought process. What we end up with and where we'll be a year from now could be completely, I don't know. That's just the excitement and interesting thing about all this, but I never thought about this idea of being an affiliate, but it makes really total sense here. So it totally makes sense here. So that's kind of the direction I'm looking to go in right now. So that's the latest update. Thanks for watching, and bye for now.